I mean, he was a good guy. I just, I can't help who I'm sexually attracted to, you know?
Oh.
Because I mean, like, people say, like, I don't have to label myself immediately. I can just, go with the flow.
You never have to label yourself, bro. Never.
Yeah, I'm 99% positive I'm gay. Because if not, then, life is just going to be a lot more difficult. Like,
Well, it puts limitations on yourself.
I don't want to end up like Mike. No. I'm sorry. They keep on bringing back everything to misogyny, and it's like, does everything have to be misogynistic to you? Okay, like, no, you were not like, I don't know. It's like, come on, Cheryl. Like, you probably live in the West, okay? Yeah, not everything's perfect, but that doesn't mean that oh, it's so bad. Like, yeah, it's a little it's unfair right now because we got these idiots invading our sports, and that is bad. But they're acting like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, they're acting. I don't want to offend people. Okay, I'm not like trying to offend anybody. It's just sometimes I feel like they play the victim card too much, just a little too much. That's just my opinion. I just made the room go
Your
silent.
opinion killed the room, Chandler. Thanks.
Yeah.
More people were dropping out because of you, innit?
Oh, really? For real?
I don't know. Let it out, Chandler.
I do not want feminism to tell me that, I'm so much of a victim. Like, oh, women are so oppressed. That doesn't, yeah, there are some things that are unfair. I'm not saying that there are some things that aren't unfair. However, to say oppressed, first of all, they act like we're like a minority group. It just sounds like boo-hoo, I can't do anything. You gotta, ask for my approval for everything. You can't have your opinion because you're a man, and you can't. There's also like a lot of misandrist, and I'm like, I thought you wanted equality. Like, I'm thinking, like, do you want equality, or do you want, you yourself to be more respected just because you're a woman? And I made the room go silent again. Well,
I don't know if anyone wants to come in on this oppression talk, because you need experience, of the world and stuff to actually understand.
But I know many women in my life. Like, my mom works very hard. She is doing well. She gets paid well, and she doesn't need any sympathy because she's a woman. I hate the whole, like, oh, feel bad for me, misogyny. Like, first of all, can I say something kind of like hot take? Do you mind?
Go on then, Chandler. Go on.
Okay, fine. Oh, great. I'm kind of scared to say this, but
do it.
Whenever people say harassment, whenever they say that catcalling is harassment, how is that? Anybody can do that. Okay, I'm not saying that that's right. Okay, and no, like, I think it's stupid. However, is it equivalent to rape? And people act like it's equivalent to it. It's not.
Well, I don't think I haven't heard anyone saying it is equivalent to rape.
Yes, I have. It's ridiculous. I'm like, really?
Is that right, Chandler?
It's fucking ridiculous. No, you're not repressed. Get off your butt. Work. You are here in America, at least. Everybody's created equal. Okay, and we all have the same opportunities. And I believe that.
Ren can come and talk to you about this oppression.
Hi, everybody. I understand where you're coming from. There's some things, though, that we're not aware of. And I think if you're going into nursing, it will become apparent to you. American published white feminists, I hate saying the word white, do not have the same feminist views that you're going to find overseas, that you're going to find in the UK, that you're going to find in, Sudan or Nigeria. It's a totally different. I don't know what happened, and I blame it that the Democrats basically owned all the publishing agencies. They controlled the publishers. So because when, and black women will talk about this in American, but other feminists who try to get their stuff published that weren't all about trying to be like their men, right? Like, because there is this concept in America, these feminists literally, it's like, well, we're just men. Like, they want to be treated just like men. I don't want to be treated like a man. I'm a woman, right? And so the publishing industry had no interest in publishing other feminist
Problem with
voices.
feminist. Somebody said that misandry doesn't exist, and I'm like, well, that's a bold claim. And you know, what if a guy said women are trash, but what if a guy said, or what if a woman said, but men are trash? That's I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see some of the holes in this, because if a guy says, "Oh, women are trash," we'll all go nuts on him. But if a woman says, "Oh, men are trash," then do you see the double standard?
It goes, both ways.
You sure about that?
You wouldn't believe. It's really disgusting. You wouldn't want to talk to another
Then
teenage
why?
boy if you knew what they said about women in private.
But you can't go around, like saying, "Oh, that's misogynistic," but then listening to rap music, which has tons of mean lyrics about women.
Well, people can do what they want. That's the beauty of it. But
if I didn't
and, like,
listen to sexist music or look at art by sexist artists, I wouldn't be able to listen to any music or any art at all. You'd be so limited. You can acknowledge some things are sexist and still enjoy them. One of my favorite sculptors was a horrendous. He wasn't necessarily a paedophile. He raped his daughters from when they were adults. He also raped the family dog. He's still an amazing sculptor. His stuff's all over London.
I think it should be it should be acceptable for. Never mind. I don't want to dig myself a bigger grave. But
acceptable for what?
Well, if one side can talk shit about one another, then the other side should be able to. I don't see any problem with it.
I think what it is we've had about 2,000 years of one side, and we've only had about 30 40 years of the other. So you have to consider that. Put it in context. Who cares?
Okay. I don't want to end up like the people who I argue with literally every single day. And
I think the reason you're worried you're going to turn into them is because they've got some good points.
I just don't want to be a cringy radical feminist. No offense. I just...
Well, 99% of the world isn't a radical feminist.
Exactly.
It's not compulsory.
I'm not a radical feminist at all. I'm a mom. You're going to see how bad it is once you get out there.
Oh, God.
You can't go to post-secondary and not have...
Please, college, don't turn me into a liberal.
No, you got to resist that shit, bruv.
Anyone?
In the States, liberal means socially progressive. It's not the name of a political party. And there's kind of the libertarians who would...
That's me!
We would... Yeah, that's a bit more like...
Yeah, it's focused on individual rights.
That's what's waiting for you.
Wait, you're worried about becoming a TERF? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a real TERF. I don't want to be miserable.
We're the best. TERFs are great.
Well, what's the alternative?
Just gender critical. I don't need anybody's help. I hate the government. I can do it by myself.
Well, that's weird. Didn't liberal used to mean small government?
I always thought that until they kind of advocated for more government, in my opinion.
Jesus, Chandler, I don't even know what we're talking about now, but we can be lighting it up now.
I've found the Illuminati's website. Right, and you can
go to a meeting. Do they have do they show? Is it like Freemason Hall in London where you can go and look around?
Up in the nest, right? You can go there. The trouble is, hold on, you can chat with them. You can send them WhatsApp, right? Then I click on it because I thought, fuck this. Can't just be toweling the Illuminati. I mean, I want a bit of Illuminati action. Then when you click on the click to join, it says the page you have clicked cannot be found.
Wow.
So you
that just proves they're the real Illuminati, doesn't it?
Well, you can WhatsApp them.
So my neighbor growing up, the whitest man
June,
you could imagine.
Cares about your neighbor.
Listen, every year, this man was the coolest, weirdest eclectic guy. He had the most trauma in his life you could imagine. All of his family members died in different ways, cancer, suicide, like the most traumatic life, this poor
Yeah.
man. And every single year he has like a huge Christmas tree lighting. He did this huge whatever, that doesn't matter. But every year he also had a huge pool party where he hired a local reggae band to come, and the whole thing was just like reggae. And he would essentially show up in like kind of blackface, but not fully. Like he'd have
Oh
dreads and
my
he'd be
days,
all
June.
I'm not kidding, but they like the reggae people, they loved it. He
Oh
was
my
like one of
God.
their own.
You mean he was a contingent of the White Man Reggae Club?
I don't know what that is, but I mean it sounds like it might
Well,
fit him.
it
So,
is a renowned thing
is it a
in
bad thing?
Brexit. Well,
Because he
like
was a
many
lovely person.
sheds trying to be Bob Marley. It's not a good thing. It's kind of
Oh,
a tragic thing. It's not a rat. Like
We
there's
had a. I was just going to say we had a rat, and it was just sat at the sort of like the edge of the garden, in a bit of like a bit of mouldy old tree log that we put there for the like nature and shit.
Mm.
And this like rat, and oh my God, it was gorgeous. I didn't reckon it was a rat at first. I'm saying to my partner, "What is that?" And she says it's a rat, and I'm like, "Can't be. It's just beautiful." And it was like it was chocolatey brown. It had such a pretty face, and it was bloody huge and in brilliant condition. It
bloody.
was it was amazing. Yeah, and I thought I could. Before then, I hadn't really thought much about rats. Yeah, but I reckon I could like rats because it was just so pretty.